Cannot wait to see his TVP or this player's PVT as we start off our series on Romanticide. LE in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. The blue Protoss player, known to be the king of the region for quite some time, the president of his own republic, funnily enough. Now, we'll see what he has. He is Haas.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Taiwanese, used to be Zerg, but now Terran player representing himself. It is Lemon.
Not a player with a couple of nicknames that I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I mean, what a name to go for, by the way. Like, imagine
I'm surprised it isn't more common, gotta be honest.
Like fruits?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we have Sequoia in China. We had Sequoia.
Sure.
We have lemon.
Yeah. For those wondering, Zugua or Jiwa is a watermelon in Mandarin.
Indeed it is. There's probably a couple of names that are also fruits that we just don't quite know about. Tavo, I mean, it's kind of like a fruit. It's more like a root, vegetable, a starch.
Not really.
Am I thinking of Tavo? I might be.
Maybe, mate. But yeah, very interesting name, very interesting. But, you know, he is here, and he's looking to zest up his opponent's life right now, because he is going for a bit of a cheeky proxy here, looking to float into the main base. Mate.
That he shall. What is the follow-up, though? Mine's a Hellions.
That's the question. I'm keeping an eye on the production tab, but personally, I would love to see like an armory thrown down so you can go like mines that require detection. Meanwhile, Haas is being kept a little bit busy here with his zealots, and unfortunately, he doesn't go across the map. He is unable to scout his opponent, but he's looking, regardless, for a proxy.
And he is, and he will be getting it. Oh, the probe makes it in just in time. I'm loving it. Most Protoss players out there wouldn't check their own main base, which is exactly where Lemon was at. But Haas, he is no stranger to cheese. He knows exactly, even when it's a different race, he knows exactly what his opponent's thinking.
Yeah, and this is spotted. The Hellion comes out. How much damage is this going to really do? Nothing, because there is a Stalker here, a second one as well. The Hellion takes a lot of damage, but at least it does escape with its life.
It does, and at the very least, it will be able to come back and maybe get a bit of a scout later on if there's an opening, see what tech Haas decides to go for. For now, it's just pretty innocuous, you know, gateway core. I don't know what I expected. That is a little different, though.
Wow. All right, Haas, he's putting on the pressure, and this makes a lot of sense. Like, this is how smart an intellectual player like Haas is. So Lemon, his production is like everything is in shambles, because like his CC is late, because the factory has to be lifted up and come across the map. There's no factory production. There's no add-ons either. Like, because of that, everything is so late. And Haas is looking to just zoom across the map with a War Prism and gateway units.
He doesn't even need upgrades on those gateway units.
Nah, mate.
Slow lots, let's go, and oh
god, he is going across the map. We do have a Twilight Council behind this in case the game doesn't straight up end. But again, like, we're gonna have a lot of Stalkers, we're gonna have a lot of gateway units here, and there's no tank, there's no Widowmine, it's only Marines. 0-0 Marines without stim.
Yeah, with that War Prism, it's going to be very maneuverable. It does mean that Haas has to be a bit more careful with when he decides to warp in, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue here. Already denying the bunker from going up. Lemon has even less of a defense.
Yeah.
At the very least, he'll be able to maintain the ramp, but for how long?
Exactly. The micro so far is on point here for Haas. He hasn't lost anything yet, and he's just chipping away at these Marines, taking them down one at a time. A bunker, once again, is restarted, and mate, you thought that Twilight Council was for upgrades? Nah, mate.
I'm loving it. Like, Haas embracing some of his older styles, and Lemon has no answer. GG. Haas takes game number one. He didn't even want to go that aggressive, but Lemon forced his hand. What can we say?
Yeah.
He wanted to reform. Haas, he wanted to show the world, I'm a changed man. I can play standard. I can play economic. Sometimes you're kind of forced not to.
GG, well played. As we are getting set up for game number 2, and what I was about to say is that, yeah, I was about to actually say that, mate, Haas doesn't even need the DTs to end this. Like, again, like, because his micro is good enough, and because there's no stim, there's no combat shields, there's no tank, there's no water mine, there's nothing to back up those marines, all you have to do is, like, micro half decently, and, mate, that's it. That's GG. Damn.
And he micro way more than half decently there.
Mm-hmm.
Kept the vast majority of his Stalkers alive, even without Blink. That's the power of lifting. Juggling. You thought that was only for Immortals? Nah. You can do that for mini Immortals, which is what I like to call Stalkers.
Exactly. Oh my god, just what a game there, as we are getting ready for game number 2. Just a very fast one as well. As you said, like, it isn't necessarily that he forced Haas's hand, it's like Haas saw weakness there with that build. He's like, hey, I know what you're not gonna have at home. Let's just go.
Opportunity. It knocked.
It did.
You had to answer. How could you not answer?
And Lemon, he answered, but he just wasn't ready, man. Oh boy. So we are getting set up here. Oh, just make sure we have everyone that we need. GLHF, and we're getting into game number 2.
That we are hopefully a bit of a longer game than what we just saw. I mean, we were just on Romanticide, which we expect our late game scenarios on, but yeah, not when one player decides to proxy and the other player decides to reciprocate. Maybe we'll see Haas proxy this time, although I doubt it.
Does he need to? I mean, why not, mate? Why not?
Yeah. I mean, he's ahead in this series. Might as well, right?
It is Haas. It is Haas.
Yeah. That it is. And speaking of Haas, here he is in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE. He is the president of the Haitian Republic. He is Haas.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Taiwanese Terran player currently down in this series. He needs to win this to bring it back, otherwise he will be knocked down to the elimination match. It is Lemon.
And you know what to say, when tournament organizers give you lemons, you build a dark shrine, question mark. I'll work on the analogy.
God damn it.
Or not analogy, but, you know.
You know what they say, when you go up against a lemon, that's when you throw down a dark shrine. But yeah, very decisive game number 1. We'll see if Lemon decides to switch some things up here. Again, obviously, we were talking about it with Mystery Man. Lemon is the weaker player here in this group, but that also means, like, mate, you know, he doesn't have a huge weight on his shoulders. You know, he's made it here to the group stage, and that could be good enough. And now he can just play out his game. You know, he doesn't necessarily have to go for these proxies. He can try to go, you know, toe to toe with Haas.
Yeah, just play loose. Let's play calm. He's skipping out his Reaper, though.
He is, which is something that has become a little bit more frequently in recent times. You know, you skip the Reaper, go for a Marine instead, you know, kind of save some of your resources. Sure, you do forego some scouting information, but that is why you commit to the SCV scout.
Yeah, you really don't want to be caught with your pants on here. You do forego a little bit of map control, as he was saying, but doesn't mean that you have a little bit of extra gas to go for an early factory like this. It's actually not getting out all on that barracks.
Ooh, no, he is not, mate. Factory is on the way. Ooh, Probe is looking a little bit cheeky. Is Lemon going to spot this? Up.
Cue the Spider-Man meme.
Oh my god, Lemon gonna be looking to proxy that starport, I imagine. Since we're probably gonna see a switch here, and we're gonna see some Hellions in production? Question mark.
It would make the most sense, which makes you wonder if we're going to see that.
It's true, we are in Taiwan, and this is Haas's region, like.
It really is. There we go.
Yeah. This is to be expected. Meanwhile, Haas is scouring the edges of the map, looking for said proxy again. Proxy starport is relatively common.
It very much is. Will he rally back towards that starport?
God, he's so close. He is so close. He checked the bottom right. He checked everywhere except for this location here towards the center of the map. And yeah, for now, it is being unscattered.
Unfortunate here for our blue Protoss player. He's kind of got his hands full. Microing as best he can with this adept, but the Hellion will survive. Unless it will. Oh.
Just barely does survive. The medevac is on the way, still unscattered. Meanwhile, in the base of Haas, what do we have? We do have a Twilight Council opener here. This does make a lot of sense, you know, going to Blink Stalkers. We have 3 gateways already as well. But yeah, he doesn't really know that this is coming his way.
Yeah, Blink will definitely help a little bit, you know, give him a slight edge to chase away the medevac, but without knowing that it's coming, he does still have a lot of ground to cover with his Stalkers when it comes to the defense.
Exactly, and here we go. Hellions do load in. At the same time, we have a couple of Marines that are going to be hitting the natural base, so some multi-prong attack coming out here from Lemon. Can Haas defend? He does see the Marines.
Oh! And he's distracting the Stalkers with the Marines. Meanwhile, Lemon's medevac gets right into the main base. Barely seen. I don't think it's been seen at all. Now it is, but it seems to be a little bit too late. Thankfully, with the shield battery, it's going to take a little bit more to...
Yeah, it looked like Lemon was maybe thinking about going into the main base, but instead he opts to go for the natural instead. But the natural happens to be where the rest of the Stalkers are.
Yeah, at the very least, the natural does not have a shield battery, so Lemon will make it out of here with 9 probes on his belt. Will lose the medevac, though. Boost! No boost.
Unfortunately, the rally was a little bit unfortunate there for Lemon. He did lose the medevac. What I will say is, hey, mate, he got 9 drones, 9 probes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah. But it cost him his entire army, and now Haas is going across the map, and Blink is done, mate.
Does feel like a bit of a similar story we had last game, but this time Lemon has not neglected his defenses. A tank is already out. No, but the tank is so exposed! Will get blinked upon and taken out.
Yeah, exactly. That's so unfortunate for Haas. He was trying to deny the bunker, but the bunker finished just in time. It does get filled up by those Marines.
Yeah, picking up a tank is nice, but losing every single Stalker here, is it worth it? He does keep a couple of them alive, but they've taken a lot of hull damage. Wouldn't take much for Lemon to finish them off.
Yeah, exactly. And what's important is that Haas isn't looking to kill his opponent. He's getting a third base behind this. He's just looking to slow down and cripple the army of Lemon. And sniping a tank like that, that's exactly what you want to see if you're Haas.
Absolutely. Lemon... It's not only going to take a long time for him to push across the map, it's even going to take him a while to get a third base. All this time, Haas is going to be mining from his own. His upgrades are already on the way. Charge, about a quarter done.
Exactly. Like Haas, he has full map control. Now he has an observer, so he can blink into the main base. Oh god, that tank is looking pretty juicy. Not gonna lie. Oh, we have a scan, but it's too late.
There's that tank. It will get picked off. Could try to go for concussive shells, but he realizes that there's way too much army here. He would much rather have these Stalkers moving, utilizing their mobility, and picking off so many SCVs. He's already gotten revenge for his probes that went down.
Oh, exactly. Meanwhile, we see a recall, but only 2 Stalkers do survive. Regardless, though, he did a lot of damage, right? As you said, kind of equalizing the damage done when it comes to the workers, picking off a second tank. Now there's only 2 tanks here remaining. And behind all this, man, he's fully saturated on 3 bases. And he's not stopping.
Mate. Continuing to keep up that pressure. That spotter pylon comes into play! Or I guess it wasn't a spotter pylon initially, but it kind of became a spotter.
Oh god, that it did. And now the Stalkers do respond. The pylon actually survives.
Wow. Things are getting from bad to worse for Lemon. That drop across the map was his one hope of trying to equalize. And now I wonder if he'll just be... If he just feels like he's forced to go all in, he might just entirely pull the boys. still making a decision right now, still trying to get something done with these drops.
Yeah, and this is the Haas that we now have learned to know and love here in 2021, in 2022, sorry, in 2020, and even 2019, where Haas just doesn't stop expanding. He just doesn't stop making probes.
Yeah.
He just keeps on going economically. And sure, he could lose a couple, but he has so many regardless. Doesn't even matter. And what I'm concerned about is that, mate, the War Prism is done. It's going across the map. The tank count is getting... Okay. We do have 4 tanks, but the main is exposed.
Super exposed. Lemon just hasn't had the economy to fill that up, either with units or buildings. That was a decent fighting position, but in the end, the units for Haas are just way better than those Marines Lemon forced away. Now he's going for a bit of a push.
And this is what I was worried about. The War Prism with the backstab. Meanwhile, the boys are being pulled. Lemon is all in. He's looking to end the game one way or another. And I believe Haas has seen this, but again, his army is not in position to stop this. Oh, it kind of is. Half of it is.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, his army is definitely very, very segmented right now. On the plus side, he does set himself up nicely for a bit of a surround, especially on these uber exposed tanks. No, the zealots from the north are not jumping right on top of these tanks from the back, but they will finally connect. Little too late, though.
Exactly. It wasn't timed up nicely, but he does kill 1 tank. Meanwhile, at the same time, Zealots are wreaking havoc in the main base of Lemon. There's nothing here, but again, he was all in anyway. The natural does go down, but we have a force field. Gotta.
Oh, the force field isn't used, but the Guardian Shell is.
Yeah, that it
is. A little bit
is.
of boost.
Yeah, and there's still a chance here for Lemon. Again, he just needs to get his tanks up on the high ground. Right now, he has to be careful. Does depower a lot of gateways.
Oh, that might just about be it here for Oz. I don't think he needs to rely on reinforcing in order to take this, or maybe he can rely on the probes.
Oh yeah, the probes do come for a wraparound again. Doesn't matter if he loses these workers, because again, his opponent lost all of his own, and the tanks are falling.
That they are, but the bio is still standing strong. Haas forced to recall out. Thankfully, he does have a couple of gateways that are still in play. He can still continue to warp in bit by bit. But I don't believe he has anything powered anymore.
No, he does not. Meanwhile, more SCVs are being pulled across the map. There's nothing left in the main base or the natural of Lemon. Lemon, he does have 1 tank remaining. Unfortunately, he lost a couple to those probes earlier. Oh my god, if he gets caught unsieged, oh god, then Haas can still take this fight.
He definitely can, but on the flip side of that, I would say that if Haas doesn't hit with everything he's got, then Lemon can also take this fight with his bio?
Oh god, that he can.
It's a weird ending.
What's scary is that, oh god, the warp gates have finished up, so he can reinforce. We always have a massive bleed on the main army. The tank goes down.
That it does, and the bio is way overstimmed. It doesn't matter they're fighting in a choke point. There's way too much health on the army of Haas. GG.